You really don't understand what it means to have an addiction.
I was just worried about getting the next fix.
I think what got me the worst was knowing I had a child in jail.
There was a helplessness that, we didn't know what to do to help him.
Roane County, rich pasture lands surrounded by mountains and rivers. And down through the centuries, Roane County has had its share of hardships and victories, such as the coal ash spill and helping put an end to World War II with the Manhattan Project. Today, however, Roane County is fighting another war. A war that isn't fought with high-powered atomic bombs or even the best trained soldiers. This is the war of chemical addiction, and it's claiming lives and reaping havoc on our county. This war has turned into an epidemic with over 69,000 adults being addicted to opiates in our state. The epidemic is here, and it's no respecter of persons. It can strike anyone, any family, at any time. We must resolve, however, to let go of the idea that it happens to only, quote, those people. In reality, we are those people.
Through my children, we've seen the effects of the addiction for several years. The examples of our kids being raised in a Christian home, church 3 times a week, volunteer things here and there and this and that. The addiction crept into our life probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been most prevalent over the past couple of years.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you, my son, in our family, we have had problems for about 12 years, I guess. Starting off with just smoking pot, and then one thing led to another. In and out of jail, broke my heart. I mean, I thought I was just the mother of the year, good mother, doing all the right things, and he moved out when he was about 17, and it's just been heartbreak ever since. And he's been in and out of rehabs, and I think what got me the worst was knowing I had a child in jail, and I had to get help for myself because I couldn't sleep at night. I thought, I blamed myself. What did I do wrong as a parent? So I'm hoping that through the public learning more about it, that maybe we can get a rehab facility here, and that people can understand it's not just those people. I am what I consider a normal family, and it happened to me, right. And we're still battling it.
This affected my family pretty drastically. My son became an addict when he was in his early teens, and been through the court system. His addiction was pretty unpredictable. I didn't know what to expect from one moment to the next. It was hard to accept. There was a helplessness that, we didn't know what to do to help him. Being in law enforcement, I wanted to help him, but it seemed like I was his worst enemy. The drugs brought him in and out of the court system as a juvenile. The crimes he committed when he was high. He didn't have a drug of choice. He pretty much liked to do any of them. I didn't understand. I picked him up one day from a center that he had gotten kicked out of. He was always looking, I guess, for that quick fix, and he got caught huffing. And we tend to have words on the way back, and he just screamed at me, and I'll never forget, the anguish in his voice when he just said, you just don't understand what the cravings do to me. He says, I can't stop them. And it was pretty devastating. as a parent, to be that helpless where you can't help your children. It progressed. He continued to get into trouble as a juvenile. And when he had just turned 20, I think, he committed some crimes as an adult and was facing 4 life sentences.
During my addiction, I would say that I was just like death, just surviving, just doing the essential things to try to survive. At times, I didn't even take care of myself. I was just worried about getting the next fix, and I had no life about me. My low point was when my family and I got together, not by my choice, but by their choice, and sat me down and we had like a family meeting, and they said, this has gone too far. You're stealing from us, you're taking from us, and we love you, and this is not the way that we want you to live your life, that you should live your life. And so they gave me the option of going to treatment, and I had no life about me, and I thought, well, what do I have to lose? And it was scary, the unknown of the change, how am I going to live without using drugs? And, I thought, well, I'll just take this leap of faith and just try it out. Life for me now is totally different. It's I don't have to use drugs every day. I haven't used in about 4 years. And, I get up in the morning and I can get up and go. I don't have to, have a fix to get me going. After I got clean and went to treatment, I went into nursing school. I've always wanted to be a nurse. So I went into nursing school and graduated with honors from Roane State, and then went on, and I'm in nurse practitioner program right now in graduate school.
We need something in Roane County that understands the needs of individuals, whether it be parents, children, spouses, understands what goes on with the whole family unit, not just the ones affected by the addiction, the whole family unit. And they'll open their doors to those folks, and they'll welcome them in. And they don't just follow them through a simple 12-step program. They'll follow them from start to finish, back out into society. When the family units are back together, when the kids are back with their parents, when they're productive members of society again, we need that in Roane County. I know from a simple fact of driving around trying to find my children, wondering what's happening, knowing they're struggling, knowing they're just begging for help, and there's nothing I can do. We need that support in Roane County.
I'm Patty Cummings.
I am Kimberly Bell.
I'm Moretta McNichol.
I am Ronnie Stockton, and I am one of those people from Roane County.